Taurus, I hope that you're all doing well. When I was meditating on the energy, I was getting a sense of being like so in flow with something and so in touch with something that you just want to keep going. You could have felt like you were experiencing some type of block before, and maybe you feel like you finally like get back in touch with something or get back in the flow with something. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. There's even a sense of being ready to talk about something or explore something that maybe you hadn't been ready to address before, in hopes of processing it and maybe getting to the point of a release. Emotionally, I'm hearing cathartic. You may even feel inspired to switch something up. It may be something where like you have a usual way of doing it and you switch it up a little bit, and eventually like you're going to go back to how you were doing it before, but maybe this is something that like gives you a source of inspiration that you needed, or like some bit of motivation that you were looking for. Maybe even something that I'm hearing re-encourages, re-inspires. Something that even brings life back into what you're doing. So we are starting with the Knight of Cups. I'm seeing something about like a particularly muscular forearm. Interesting, Taurus. I'm hearing insights. We're just going to stick with one narrative, and if it works for you to switch it, then I welcome you to switch it. I'm seeing somebody coming through and sending you a message. Instead of immediately reacting to this, I'm seeing you think about it. I'm seeing there be a deep reflection in relation to this thing incoming for you. Thinking it over, mulling it over, pondering it until you feel like you get to the point of being ready to talk about it. So there's a lot of introspection here. A lot of private introspection before you respond to whatever message or communication this is that you receive. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot about like dialogue, communication, back and forth. But as I said before, it's something that like you read it or you receive it or you hear it, and there's a focus on like processing until you feel like you are ready to talk about it or respond. Saw 3:33 on the time. This can be even something going on in a professional setting, a work setting. I'm looking at 3 out of the 4 kings here. I'm seeing you even like look at something and analyze it through like so many different lenses here before you figure out what you want to do about it. There's a sense of processing, figuring out how to communicate, thinking about yourself, thinking about your sense of responsibilities, thinking about how you want to represent yourself, and then getting to the point where you feel confident and ready to take action and initiate something that needs to be done here. For some of you, this is even like some sort of group chat that you're involved in. Like maybe a couple different people are involved in this process, If not, this is you wearing a bunch of different hats when it comes to something that you're doing. I'm seeing a choice that's being made to move/remove yourself. This looks like too, in certain ways, a lot is being expected of you, and maybe you feel like it's more than just one person that should be doing this job. Like, even feels taxing on you in relation to like what's being expected of you, or like all of these different roles that you're playing. And you may want to simplify something more. It's like maybe something has even become so very complicated as far as like something that you're doing. It does feel like so many different roles are being expected of you. And not that you're not capable, because I'm seeing like a very capable energy, but it's like, do you actually want to be doing all of this? Because it may be asking too much of you or taking too much of you. Like something even just feels like it's too much. For some of you, definitely can be related to your business, entrepreneurship, your career. I'm seeing there even be a sense of like something even looks fragmented, and then I'm seeing a move to join everything, to assimilate. Like I'm seeing it be, you take this guy here and this guy here and this guy over here, and you synthesize them in a way where it's coming out to just be the Emperor. So there's something even about like taking all of these different aspects. I'm hearing something about a remix, and joining it into one thing where like you are the person in control. I'm even hearing something about mastering. I'm also hearing mixing. So I'm seeing you be in charge of something. For some of you, this is even like taking away all of the different people that were involved in something and being like, you know what, I'm going to be the one and only person that is in charge of this because I feel like I can do it. And it may be like some new role even that you're assuming, something that you're adopting. And I'm seeing you do this in relation to, it can be a business, something that you're building related to your legacy, something that you've been investing in, and also a role that you want to be playing that you feel like suits you. It even seems like a position that you're assuming that you have worked to get to the point of. I mean, maybe you had to be experienced in these different areas enough to kind of bring this all together. Because again, I'm seeing a notion of like taking these fragmented pieces and synthesizing them into one so as to make things more simple and less complicated, and feeling good about doing things in that way. Because the Emperor even speaks about mastery through life experiences and the roles that we play. And getting to a point where we feel confident within that divine masculine energy, within that Mars energy. Confident about the way that we are expressing ourselves, the jobs that we're doing, the roles that we're playing, the moves that we're making. I'm hearing a lot of words that begin with try, so I'm seeing a theme of 3 here. I keep hearing trident. Now I'm hearing trifecta. Again, it's like a bunch of things related to 3s. I'm seeing a notion of a get-together here. This can also mean like a reconciliation. This can also mean like a party, a gathering, a celebration. It looks like it's something that's being manifested. There's a sense of wanting to manifest stability within whatever this is. For some of you, this is some sort of collaboration. Seems like getting everybody on the same page to work together, to manifest together, to get to a particular goal, the same goal, sharing the same vision even. Something may feel too stressful at a point to be a part of any longer. It's like maybe you get like some sort of big like reward, but it may be something that it's like it's too stressful, it's not worth it to me. It even feels like something very heavy to hold above your head. And it's like if you don't have the right help to do this, I'm seeing it's something that's just going to tire you out. So this may be something that you feel is a bit like draining of your energy. I'm hearing even something about high risk, high reward, but I'm seeing this be related to like even people that want to be involved with you and what you're doing. Like this can even be an environment that you feel like doesn't work for you anymore, something that feels stressful to you. And it seems like it's a lesson about, I'm hearing deferring, maybe deferring stress that you're feeling. Also a sense of taking whatever stress, whatever tasks these are that you're doing, and understanding, receiving the message of when you feel overwhelmed, that you're feeling overwhelmed for a reason, and figuring out what you want to do with that. Because there could even be something where like you are calling on some sort of help to, I'm hearing distribute. This can even be a lesson in understanding like where your limitations are. I'm hearing producing. I will say this as a side note, for some of you, like somebody wants to reconnect with you or get together with you. And I'm seeing them like very much want to manifest this and like manifest some type of stability with you, or like manifest something together with you in some way. But I'm seeing it be like very stressful to be involved in like whatever this is going on, like with this person or with these people. And I'm seeing it be a moment of you being like, you know what, I do feel very stressed out by this, and it's not something that I can do on my own, or maybe it's not something that you want to continue participating in. Because maybe you feel like you're wearing thin with something. Like for some reason, it seems like too much responsibility is being put on you, to the point even when it becomes overwhelming. And I'm seeing you feeling that. It's like, why is this so stressful? But I'm seeing your intuition be very helpful for you through this process. So it's really about listening to that. Listening to, I'm hearing what's agreeing with you and what's not agreeing with you. Because it does seem like you have a lot of responsibilities and a lot weighing on you. And maybe there's something going on that is unnecessary that you can kind of opt out of. And that intuitively you're feeling going in that direction. Yeah, I'm seeing you needing to make a judgment call, and the only thing you're going off of is just your intuition and what you're feeling, going off of your gut within this situation. Whatever this is, it looks like you're going to be getting clarity on this, like, quickly, or something is going to move in quickly. So I'm seeing somebody message you wanting to get together with you. It's like you're either getting invited somewhere or somebody's trying to connect with you. I'm seeing, it looks like this is like some in-person like gathering or meeting, like somebody definitely wanting some sort of exchange for you. And I'm seeing, like, before you reply to this, I'm seeing you look at it and analyze this and kind of think this over, mull this over, and figure out how you want to respond. Because I'm seeing the Mercury energy be tied into, like, what you're going to create, what you're going to manifest, what you're going to say, how you're going to respond, especially in support of your sense of stability. And this does feel something, like, for some of you, this is definitely like job, work related, or it's something that ties in with your finances and your responsibilities. And I'm seeing something feel like a lot of pressure. Like, I'm seeing some sort of responsibility, like, really be weighing heavily on you. You taking action and initiating and or getting somebody that you trust to take action within this situation or take control of this situation is what's going to help you move to a place where you're feeling more of a sense of peace. So it's like, whether you're stepping up into this role where you're getting things done and taking things on and being proactive, or this means you are reaching out to somebody and having them help you with this or getting some sort of assistance, that is what's going to help you most. Because it seems like how things have been going on, like the way that things have been happening, there's some sort of change up that is needed in order to get you to a place where you're feeling more of a sense of peace, where that had been lacking before. Because there had been, like, too much stress or chaos, even too much to balance or juggle, that was happening before. And it even seems like this is a moment where you're learning a lesson related to even delegating with the Emperor and following your intuition through that process of, like, how you want to express yourself, what you can do, where your boundaries and limitations are, where your strengths are, and how to make a decision that feels authentic and correct to you as far as how you want to be expressing yourself through this situation. And if you're expressing yourself authentically and taking action in the way that you want to, you are going to make the best decision for yourself. This is also about making a decision while you focus on joy and optimism and creativity and fun and pleasure with the sun next to you. So it can even be like bringing your inner child into this situation and asking your inner child what they need as you move through this process. I'm hearing asking yourself, listening, and answering. I'm looking at Virgo, Mercury, Saturn. I'm also hearing Sagittarius, the Sun, Pluto, and Aries. Very busy. Very, very busy. I feel like that just snuck out there. I'm looking at the Ten of Swords. I'm also looking at the Tower. It even feels like something related to Mars that is happening. This looks like something spontaneous. Whatever ending this is, it seems like a lack of, like, maybe this was something that you could not have prepared yourself for. whatever this ending is that happened, or that's happening, or that's about to happen, if all parties had been open and willing to work on things and collaborate, this may not have gotten to this point. But I'm seeing, like, because of the Five of Swords, because that's here, it seems like that's the reason why things have come to a close. Like, there's a lack of willingness on at least one party's end here. And this can even be somebody, like, not, like, there may have been some sort of, like, shared responsibility even, and somebody's like, that's not mine, it's not my responsibility. And, like, because of that lack of accountability, things came to an end. As I said before, if there had been effective teamwork, it looks like this would have been something that worked. However, because of a lack of that, that's why things needed to come to an end, because it would not have worked. Like, you can only get so far with, like, that type of mentality. I want to get further and see, like, more context for what this is. Somebody that you were working with, for sure, is some sort of collaboration. Again, there's a highlight of a lack of will on whoever's part this is within the collaboration. So that's why things did not work out. So it's like, you can be ready and showing up as much as you want. However, because not all parties are in that space, which is not your responsibility, like, you're only responsible for so much. Because of, like, whoever's energy this is, that's why things blew out in the way that they did. It even seems like something imploding, which was also a theme in the Gemini reading too. If you feel guided, definitely check that out. The beautiful thing about this ending is that you were meant to be finished with this, and that is why the Tower came through. So regardless of, like, whose responsibility it was or it wasn't, things have come to an end regarding, like, this collaboration, whatever this was that you were trying to work out with this person. I'm seeing you making progress. I'm seeing something new that you're working on. So this feels very much like it created the space that you needed, even if it didn't feel like that at the time, because I'm seeing something that may have been, like, hard to get used to or hard to adjust to. I'm hearing, like, anticipate again, so this does feel like unexpected. However, like, it made room for you to be, like, working on what you're really meant to be working on and where you're really meant to be channeling your energy. And the universe could have even given this person the option to work with you and be like, you know what, if you use this wisely, it's something that's going to work for you. But if you fail to show up, it's going to come to an end. And it looks like something came to an end, and now you're being, like, rerouted, redirected to be working on something that really does work for you and with you, and something that emotionally you feel much more happy to be a part of, rather than, like, grappling with whatever that was and working with some type of unwilling participant. And I'm seeing there be, like, a lot of success coming to you, especially after moving through whatever that was, because I'm seeing something that was, like, very, very difficult on a personal level for you to work with. Because it's like, again, working with an unwilling energy, how far are you going to go? Like, this thing was definitely meant to come to an end, so you can make progress working on, like, whatever thing this is, whatever direction this is that you're going in. And I'm seeing, like, a lot of success that's coming to you because of you picking up and continuing. And I'm seeing, like, something that wasn't easy. I'm seeing, like, a lot of strength needed on your part. Yeah, I'm seeing this straight up be tied to you here and what you're doing. I'm seeing like so much success and fortune, so much prosperity coming your way. I'm seeing progress that you've been making with the direction that you've been taking something in. And I'm seeing something that like you may have really struggled to get to this place. However, I'm seeing so much success because of you enduring and pushing through and knowing that you were being guided in this direction. And because this is a right fit for you and you decided to like move with the flow of things, there's so much of a benefit that you are gaining from this thing that you're participating in now. So much confidence gained, clarity. Feeling like you're expressing yourself in a way that feels right for you. Feeling in touch with your creativity. For some of you, this is even about feeling in touch with your sense of self, with your sensuality, how you want to express yourself, your value, your self-value. Again, whatever this thing is, whatever direction this is that you're going in, I'm seeing it be directly linked with a lot of success. And with the Six of Wands, this can also speak about like popularity, things gaining traction, other people noticing what you're doing. There's even a sense of you like leading something here. And it's something that you believe in. It seems like you're given the option of like whether you want to continue working on something that you recognize doesn't work for you and that you have a really hard time working on because of like the lack of willingness, or there's the choice to move into something that you will make further progress with and have a lot of success that's tied to it and also like tied to you and the progress that you're making. Now with the Five of Wands here, this is something that you may feel maybe having a hard time with. It's something that more than anything internally you feel conflicted about, like a decision that needs to be made. Even recognizing what's right, what you feel like is right within a situation and how to move forward with that. This can be a moment too that comes down to a sense of acceptance. I know we say this a lot, but this is about you like being grounded within your emotional truth and being like, what do I need to do for me emotionally? I'm also hearing, where is that line? Because it seems like this is some experience that's helped you open up to yourself emotionally, maybe even by dealing with someone that you felt was in the opposite of that energy. It's like if you see yourself as being empathetic, maybe you felt like this energy was very opposed to that. So it seems like this decision is about like coming to terms with something that you're feeling and making a confident decision based off of like your emotional truth, your emotional experience within a situation. So I'm seeing an ending. It looks like this is something that has already taken place. I'm seeing progress that you've made. Especially when it comes maybe to how conflicted you felt initially when this was happening. So it's like something that you are resolving. I'm seeing something that like happened surprisingly. Maybe there was like some sort of jarring effect even of what this was that you went through. And I'm seeing there be a choice, like you can go in this new direction. I'm seeing like a door open for you, even something that you hadn't seen before, and making the choice, like, will I pursue this? Will I go where I feel I'm being called? And there could have been a sense of like you doubting yourself. This could have also been somebody around you that you were like, intuitively, I feel like I'm being guided in this direction, and you didn't have support from this person, or it was somebody discouraging in some sort of way, or it was a negative self-talk space. But I'm seeing like whatever this energy was where you didn't find like the validation or support that you were looking for, I'm seeing you come out triumphant, and I'm seeing you feel like more connected with yourself than you had been feeling before. So like really honoring your experience, your astral experience, your emotional experience, and also like working with people that you feel like are open in the way that you are and supportive of you emotionally and accepting of you emotionally, and understand the value of you being connected in the way that you are and encourage that. And I'm seeing you working with yourself and also working with people that you feel a sense of community with, and feeling very confident. It seems like feeling this sense of confidence because you've been like working with these different aspects of yourself, and also people around you that you feel value you for the things you want to be valued for, and feeling confident like being within your own energy and expressing yourself, and feeling good about being within your authentic, creative, genuine energy. And again, feeling like that's valued. And because you were brave enough to express yourself in a way that feels genuine and authentic to you, you see that there is support for that, and that it is valued, even if you hadn't been feeling that initially. It's like finding your sense of self and also finding the community that supports that. And it even seems like maybe something vulnerable that you've been expressing, that because you were brave about it, there's a sense of confidence that you've gained through that experience, and self-expression I'm also hearing. Wow, Taurus. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.